Once upon a time, in a bright and busy school, there lived a blue water bottle named Bubbles. Now, Bubbles wasn't just any ordinary water bottle. He had shiny blue sides that gleamed in the sunlight, a super cool flip-top cap that made a satisfying little click when it opened, and a very, very big secret, you see. Bubbles had superpowers. Every morning, Bubbles would nestle snugly inside a little boy's backpack, right between a red crayon box and a book about dinosaurs. He loved the feeling of being carried to school, the gentle sway of the backpack as the boy walked and skipped along the pavement. When the first school bell rang, signaling the start of a busy day of learning and fun, Bubbles would feel a little tingle. He'd try his best to send a message, whispering ever so softly, "Drink some water, your body needs it to think and play." But most of the time, the children were so caught up in their lessons, their games, and their friends that they completely forgot about him. He'd watch them learn about numbers and letters, paint colorful pictures, and build tall towers with blocks, all while feeling just a little bit ignored. He knew how important it was for them to stay hydrated. But his quiet reminders often got lost in the happy noise of the classroom. One particular afternoon, the sun decided to shine extra brightly. It was a hot, sticky day, and the playground was buzzing with activity. But something was different. The usual shouts of joy and laughter were replaced by tired sighs. The children were moving slowly, like sleepy turtles. Their games of tag were sluggish. Their swings barely went high, and the soccer ball sat lonely in the middle of the field. Everyone felt slow, sleepy, and most of all, very, very thirsty. Their faces were flushed, and their energy seemed to have melted away under the warm sun. From his spot on a bench, tucked next to a forgotten lunchbox, Bubbles saw everything. He watched his little boy owner try to chase a friend, only to give up after a few steps and plop down on the grass with a huff. Bubbles started to feel a warm, gentle glow spreading across his shiny blue surface. "Oh," he said to himself, his voice a concerned little hum. "This looks like a job for my superpower." He knew he couldn't just sit there and watch his friends feel so drained. It was time to take action. With a tiny, almost silent whoosh, a magical blue sparkle erupted from Bubbles. It wasn't a loud explosion, but a soft, shimmering light that danced around him like tiny fireflies. Then, the real magic began. Cool, fresh water started to flow from his flip-top cap. All on its own, it wasn't just regular water. This water was special. It was crystal clear. It shone with a faint, silvery light, and it looked so incredibly refreshing. The first person to notice was a little boy who had been sitting nearby, looking glum. Drawn by the gentle sparkle, he picked Bubbles up. "Wow, what's this?" he wondered. He took a small sip. His eyes widened in surprise. "Wow!" he exclaimed, his voice suddenly full of energy. "I feel so much better already." The tiredness seemed to vanish from his face, replaced by a bright, happy smile. He took another long, cool drink. Soon, the other children noticed the change in their friend. Curious, they gathered around. One by one, they each took a sip of the magical, refreshing water from Bubbles. It was like watching flowers bloom in fast motion as they drank. Their pale, tired cheeks turned rosy and full of life again. Their droopy shoulders straightened up, and their sleepy eyes began to sparkle with excitement. The playground, which had been so quiet just moments before, was suddenly filled with the sound of cheerful chatter and happy laughter. Before long, the children were back to their energetic selves. They were running faster than ever, their laughter echoing across the schoolyard. The swings soared high into the sky, and the soccer ball was being kicked with renewed vigor. They were chasing each other in lively games of tag, building magnificent sandcastles, and climbing to the very top of the jungle gym. And through it all, Bubbles sat proudly on the bench, watching the scene unfold. A warm feeling of satisfaction washed over him. Even better than the cool water he held inside, he felt so proud, not because he had done something flashy or spectacular, but because he had helped. I may be small, he thought to himself, his flip-top cap glinting in the sun. But I helped people feel strong, happy, and healthy. As the end of the day approached, the sun began to set, painting the sky in beautiful shades of orange and pink. The school bell rang one last time, and the children, still full of energy, packed their bags to go home. Bubbles was carefully placed back inside his boy's backpack, nestled once again between the crayons and the dinosaur book. As he was carried home, he rested quietly, feeling a deep sense of peace and accomplishment. He was smiling his secret, watery smile, because Bubbles the water bottle knew something very important. He knew that being a hero doesn't always mean flying through the sky or fighting big monsters. Sometimes being a true hero is as simple as helping others feel their very best. And sometimes the biggest superpowers are the ones that bring smiles, laughter, and happiness back into the world, one refreshing sip at a time. Thanks for watching our story time today. We hope you enjoyed the adventures of Bubbles. Remember to drink lots of water to stay strong and healthy, just like the kids on the playground. If you liked our story, please give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more fun adventures. See you next time.